So how's it going, boss buddies? Now a couple of days ago I had a full wearing of Frankincense Oud Violent Intense. Now normally anything floral sounding tends to put me off. I think of it as a feminine fragrance, or that's the first thing that springs to mind, but this one wasn't. I'm going to be back in just a second to tell you all about it. So welcome back, you're watching the Luxury Fragrance Boss channel. My name's Scott, of course I'm the Luxury Fragrance Boss. Now a couple of days ago I had a full wearing of something absolutely wonderful. Now I had a full wearing of Oud Violet Intense from the house of Fragrance du Bois, who I'm sure most of you have seen if you watch my other videos. They sent me a whole bunch of samples, pretty much almost their entire line to be able to try out. With the little samples like this, they also sent me a lovely bottle, just to show you the presentation as well. Oh, forgot to put a bunch of samples in there, but yeah, we got like the Oud Vert Intense bottle there, and that's the presentations that they come in, even like the small bottles. So yes, I had a full wearing of Oud Violet Intense a couple of days ago. Now generally I tend to be put off with anything with like a floral sounding note or anything floral in the title, because I automatically think it's going to be feminine. Obviously, as many of you know, if you watch my channel regularly, I'm not a huge fan. Well, I really do not like rose. not just not a fan of it. I really can't stand rose in most fragrances unless it's sort of hidden there in the background somewhere. Now I was expecting something really quite feminine with this one, with the name like Oud Violet, because I tend to think of violet as being something quite feminine. However, I was completely wrong with this one. I was expecting, like I say, something very, very feminine. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a mega masculine fragrance, but this is definitely unisex, and I absolutely love this one. I'd have to say this is my favorite out of the line that I've tried so far. Obviously, I've still got some more left to try, but so far this one's been the best one that I've tried. It is such a beautiful fragrance. Just to go over the notes of this one, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. In the top notes you got Mandarin, black pepper and Elemi. In the middle notes you got frankincense, tonka bean and nutmeg. And then in the base notes you got Cistus, soft amber, musk, and then 100% pure organic vintage oud, which I'm sure most of you know if you watch my channel regularly and you've watched my other Fragrance du Bois reviews. You'll know that they grow all their own oud, and each of the bottles comes with like a little envelope like this, and inside there you get a little chip and some information about where and what batch your oud actually came from. So a nice little touch there from Fragrance du Bois. Now just going back to the fragrance, as I said, this one is absolutely stunning. As I experienced as well with Syrah Oud when I tried that one, which smelled really, really sour. It had a very strong rose note in it. This one does begin really sour to begin with as well. So just for the first sort of couple of minutes, not like the half an hour, 40 minutes with Syrah Oud. But this one, yeah, I mean, there's a sour note in there. It's hard for me to place my finger exactly on what that sour note is. Because the only thing I could see that could be a tiny bit sour in the notes is probably that Mandarin, but it's really not that sort of sour note. So I'm not quite sure what it is. But then it turns into this absolutely stunning fragrance that I've got on my wrist right now. This one's not quite as powerful as the rest of them, or the rest of them that I've tried so far. It is a little bit softer, or at least I thought it was, until my wife said like at 10 o'clock the other night, after I'd been wearing it all day and she was sitting about 3 feet away from me, she really loved what I was wearing. So I mean, it is an absolute stunning fragrance. This is one that I couldn't get enough of all day long. Now after that sourness dies down though, this turns into like a very, very that's when I'd say the nutmeg comes out, the tonka bean, and then like that beautiful amber note. It goes quite soft and a little bit warm and spicy, but yeah, it just goes absolutely stunning. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it as well. I mean, it's a warm fragrance, but it's not too warm. I think the Mandarin just cools it down a little bit, so it doesn't make it so much of a winter or fall fragrance. I'd say it's definitely perfect for sort of, I'd say cooler summer nights or even sort of springtime. So perfect for this time of year. I really enjoyed wearing it in like the 85 degrees heat here in the Caribbean, so that gives you some idea, but then I'll wear pretty much anything in the heat here. So but I mean, it's just such a beautiful, it's got like a little powderyness to it as well, but like I say, it's absolutely stunning. I was surprised because I actually sent a message to Fragrance du Bois yesterday when I was wearing it, or sorry, the day before when I was wearing it, And they told me this one's not actually a big seller, because I told them how much I love this one. This was my favorite one so far. They told me it wasn't a big seller. So whether this one's been kind of overshadowed, or the sales associates are sort of pushing more like the Bois Ouds and like the Oud verts and stuff like that. But if you do get a chance to go and smell their fragrances, definitely check out the Oud Violet Intense, because it is absolutely stunning. I think a couple of weeks ago, I was wearing one of the other ones, and somebody on Instagram as well messaged me to ask me if I'd tried Oud Violet Intense, and at the time I hadn't. So I really didn't know what I was going to expect with this one, but yeah, I mean, to me, it's a mind-blowing fragrance. I really do love this one, and I was surprised to hear, like I say, it wasn't one of the better sellers. But yeah, I mean, definitely get your noses on this one if you do get a chance. It's just a warm, beautiful, sort of warm and spicy fragrance, and like I say, with a little hint of sweetness. Very, very beautiful fragrance. So I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Oh, let's go over longevity and projection now. Longevity, as far as that goes, I mean, this one was going all day long. Like I said, it's not the biggest projecting fragrance. I was catching wafts of it all throughout the day, and I was really enjoying every single one of them. I didn't find it that powerful or that massive on projection, but as I said, when I come home and sort of around 10 o'clock at night, my wife was sitting about 3 feet away from me, and she said, "I really love what you're wearing today." So, I mean, that's obviously it's got a little bit more kick to it than I really thought for her to be able to smell it that strongly that time of the evening, after I've been to the gym and after I've been at work all day. So I mean, so obviously it's got a little bit more kick and obviously longevity to it than I thought. So I mean, that's my thoughts on Fragrance de Bois Oud Violet Intense. As usual, please like, comment and subscribe below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried this one, or whether maybe you've not been suggested this one. But yeah, definitely one worth checking out. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. You can find me at Luxury Fragrance Boss. That way keep up to date with my scent of the day. Anything else I got going on, hit that notification bell as well. That way you'll never miss another video, because you'll be the first to know when I'm releasing a new video, or top 5, anything else that I've got going on. Besides that, stay smelling fantastic. Look forward to seeing you very soon in my next video, and thank you so much for watching.